So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, sunshine. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You know what? I got these Steve Wilkos on the tan line in the hot seat. Life is looking up for me. If I complained right now, it would really sound ungrateful. You know what I mean?
It's pretty cold. It's pretty cold down there, though, right?
It is nippy. You know, we just got to get up, get some extra steps in, warm it up a little bit. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
That's good. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. I know you've been busy. You've been on our screens for 3 decades and still going strong, right? Now, you always come across as this tough guy, but watching you on daytime television, showing the compassion that you do for those who are on your show, looking for answers and asking tough questions, it's really evident that you have a soft side for those who are in that seat looking for some answers and some peace. While you're stemming through this career, what has been a highlight for you so far?
Well, I said when I was on the Springer Show, which was the best time of my life, the most fun. I was young, you know, just a lot of good things back then. But the one drawback was people coming up to me saying, you know, what trailer park did you find these people? Well, you know, they're trash. And I always, it always rubbed me the wrong way. I wouldn't say anything about it, but I never liked that, you know. And because I just feel like if you're not living in a trailer park or you got an education and you think you're better, just feel fortunate, right? But then when I do my show, I get people come up to me and say, Steve, I love what you do. I love the way you help people. Or I get thousands of emails from mostly women saying, hey, I was in a domestic violence situation. Watching your show got me out of it. I was being sexually assaulted. And when I watched your show, I had the courage to speak up. So to go from the Springer Show and get those comments like that, to do my own show where people are saying, hey, you know, I watched your show and my life is better. That's a really good feeling.
Right. And to be able to produce those gems that people can see it and they get something from, even learning through other people's transparency, because you get some hard stuff on there. And all of
Yeah.
these lie detector tests where some people just think that they're the smartest in the room, can beat the test. And I
Yeah.
just love watching you because you're like this human lie detector at this point. So
I
before you
would
even get the
love,
results, I'm looking like, what is Steve thinking?
I would love, I mean, I don't know if we could ever do this, but I would love to like somebody who fails the lie detector test to like go straight from the stage, go right to their house and check their history on their computer. And I guarantee you there'll be a list of how to beat a lie detector test that was on their computer. You know,
Right.
and we get it all the time. So people say, oh, that lie detector test, it's not 100% real, this and that. I said, listen, when we made the move from Chicago to Connecticut, in Chicago, I had one of my former policemen that I worked with who would do the lie detector test. But when we moved to Connecticut, you know, it's all new people, right?
Hmm.
So we had this one show where this girl thought that her boyfriend was sleeping with his friend that was a girl. And the guy and the girl were like, no, we're just friends, right? And so during the show, the guy and his friend, the girl, both failed the lie detector test. But they were so convincing on stage saying, no, that's not right. We've never slept together, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, man, you know, maybe this lie detector test isn't, this
It
new
could
person.
be faulty.
So I said, listen, bring them into my green room separately, right?
Uh-huh.
And so first the guy comes to my green room and I say, hey man, just between you and me, I need to know, were you telling the truth? Like, were you sleeping with her? He goes, oh yeah, I was sleeping with her. And then
Oh,
the
come
girl,
on.
so they did fail it, but they were so convinced that's. And then I said after that, I'm not questioning it anymore because
Ever. And then
yeah,
it just behooves me how they get so creative. Oh, I had an energy drink. Oh, I didn't
yeah.
rest well on the plane.
I
Oh,
was
I read a
tired. I
scary
was
novel.
nervous. Those things don't affect the test. I mean, the only thing, like if you do drugs, if you're smoking a lot of marijuana or something, that will affect the test. Or if you're pregnant, we can't give, pregnant women tests. But we give people drug screens too. So if you're under
Hmm.
influence of marijuana, we don't give you the test. So, and
Yeah.
we tell people all the time, if you're coming to get results, don't be doing drugs. So,
But one thing about you and your team, you're so skilled at gaining their trust. Even if they feel like they can beat it, you ask them the questions that kind of give them that, yeah, I told you so. I told
yeah.
you so. So if you believe these questions were right, how is it that this one is so wrong all of a sudden? Like you got to pick
Well,
and
I
choose
love
your
the ones
battles.
where, they pass like three questions and they're all happy, and then they fail two, and then the test is bullshit. Like, come on.
After all of these years, have you ever come across a case that make you think, wow, just when I thought I'd seen it all?
You know, I had that exact same thought within the last 2 weeks. Now, can I tell you what it was about? No,
Please
because
do.
I can't remember what I did yesterday. You know what I mean? But people ask me that, are you ever surprised? I'm like, yeah, it's crazy, but like we'll do stories and like, once in a while that one story comes that you had never heard before. And so it is nuts, man. And my biggest regret in life is the first day that I started on Springer 32 years ago, I should have kept a journal. I should have
Oh,
wrote
wow.
something, because it'd be the
Yeah.
best-selling book of all time. But I didn't know that was gonna end up here and all these years later.
That's okay. I tell you what, we're going to start journaling the parts that you remember now. It's still going to be the best cliff notes from Steve Wilkos. Okay. And I want you to
Yeah.
think of this as an extension of your office. So get to Louisiana soon. We'll get you some king cake and some
Do you
etouffee
know?
here.
I got to tell you, my wife. We travel a lot now. My kids are grown. They're both in college. The one place my wife says all the time she wants to go, because I've been to New Orleans many times, she hasn't, and that's the one place she wants to go.
Bring her. It's a family reunion. I got you covered. And you know what? Jazz Fest, because we always do our family field trips during Jazz Fest. Tell her pack a bag
Yeah,
and let's go. And I'll see you when you get here. Okay?
we're coming. I'm telling you that we're coming.
I love it. And thank you so much for being here with me today. I am super excited. My mom and I, we watch your show all the time. And when I go back and
Thank
I'm just going to randomly put this across the TV screen, yeah. What? You gotta let me get that fangirl moment out of my system. It is the Steve Wilkos. And we're super excited that you are continuing this journey. Thank you for bringing truth. Thank you for bringing the transparency and for making a difference. No tossing anybody off the stage, but you can toss a chair because it's your furniture if you want to. Okay.
You got it.
I know you have more work to do, so I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
I see you soon.
See you soon.